Hey y'all, what's up? What's up, everybody? Good evening. Who y'all listen? Ham got me sick. I almost didn't go live, but I said I need to catch up because I missed some lives that I was supposed. Well, I ain't missed no live. I hadn't a schedule, but I'm trying to stay up in algorithm, and I don't be wanting to get too far behind and missing out on opportunities to go live, but I'm here. I'm a little out of breath because my throat hurt. I've been coughing. This child got me sick. I was supposed to make me some tea, y'all. So after I do my introduction, I'm going to go put me some tea on because I'm going to need it. Trust me, my throat hurt. But hey, y'all, what's up? Let's see who we got in the building. I wish I would have made that tea before I got my booty on here because I've been saying I was going to make it. Hey, Christina. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Ramona. Hey, Nita. Ramona said, my baby got out of the hospital today and I'm doing great. Thank God. I'm back on board with your lives. Yes, ma'am. God is a great God, baby. I've been praying. Hey, Miss Judy. Hey, Sharon. Hey, the Brown Eyes. Hey, Miss Jackie. Hey, Mikey. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Lakeisha. Hey, Miss Margaret. Hey, Miss Phelps. Hey, Charlene. Hey, LaWanda. Hey, Yolanda. Hey, Crystal Williams. Hey, Nika Ray. Hey, Miss Josephine. Hey, Peaches. Peaches, thank you again for what you sent my baby. Matter of fact, thank you to all of you guys who blessed my baby on his birthday yesterday, y'all. He was so happy. He was so happy. Hey, Miss Green Eyes. Hey, Tony Lightner. Hey, Kay Brown. And thank you to everybody for the birthday wishes also. I did show him and he said thank you guys so much and he appreciated all of the birthday wishes. He enjoyed his birthday yesterday. Hey, Kay Brown. Hey, Miss E. Hey, my dream star. Hey, I am her 888. What's up, Terry, bro? Hey, Miss Jackie Moore. Oh, I don't know why I be skipping like that. Hold on, y'all. Let me go back up a little bit. I don't want to miss nobody. Okay, where am I at? Hey, NXS. Hey, Stephanie Landry. Hey, Chrissy Loves Purple. Hey, Tajay Sister Girl. Hey, Lil Mama. Hey, Miss Witty. Hey, Twin Girl Carla. Hey, Respectfully April. Hey y'all, she said, "Oh, I can hear you're congested." Yes, it been like it started yesterday, but it got worse today. It's just more so like a throat ache. That's what it is. Go.
My tablet.
Go in your room. I'm charging my phone. Charging my phone right now, and I'm gonna charge your tablet. Go. Bye, Ham. Go in your room. Peace and hair grease. Hey, Kimberly Williams. Hey, Miss Beverly. She said, right, that girl making 8K off of that DV story. It's pathetic at this point. Hey, Lavada. Hey, Anomaly. Hold up. Matter of fact, hold on, y'all. Let me pull up the live on my phone right quick. Let me go. Okay. Hey, Miss Nancy. Hey, Spicy Brown. Hey, who else? Steep it while you're saying your hellos. Well, you see, I'm on live on my laptop. Is in my room on my desk and not my phone. Unfortunately, normally I'll be live on my phone, so I could have just went in the front with my phone and did it. But yeah. Hey, Kaysen. Hey, Honeybee. Hey, Christmas. Hey, Miss Lisa. Hey, Rena. Hey, Nessa. Hey, Margaret. Hey, Angie. Thank you, Lavada, for becoming a part of the Loop Pop Baby family. Welcome to the membership. Hey, Audrey. Hey, Tamika Woodard. Who else we got? Oh, happy belated birthday, April. I didn't know your birthday was yesterday, too. Go ahead, girl. I hope you enjoyed your day. Hey, Thais Roz. Say finally caught alive. Dang. You just catching me live? Hey, Rakita. Hey, Scorpio Goddess Latte. Hey, Miss Y. I just actually got out of Chat and Choose live, y'all. So make sure y'all go follow them. Listen good, y'all. Let me clear my throat. Y'all go follow Chatting Too and make sure y'all let them know that I sent y'all so I can win that gift for sending them the most subscribers, okay? And if you already followed them from my channel, make sure y'all let them know. Thank y'all. Thank y'all in advance, shall I say. Who else? Hey, Sanea. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, it don't matter. Hey, Yams. Yes, y'all hit that like button on y'all way in and out, baby. Hey, Bridget. I am not cheating, Miss Judy. They said the most subscribers whoever sent them. They didn't say how far back you could go now. Hey, Miss Monica. So you say I always have to run back the replay. Okay. I thought you meant like you never seen me live before. Hey, Keisha Lulu. And hey, Maya. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Good morning, gorgeous. Love you all. Thank y'all for tuning in. As y'all can see, the title is When Lying About DV, Should That Lie Warrant the Same Charge That DV Could Bring? And this is definitely an open panel live, so I'm going to drop the link for whoever wants to come up and speak on that topic, because I just read a comment. Matter of fact, it was somebody who said she basically milking the DV lie, and I agree. Even with it, as far as the type of skits that she's doing now, which can allude to pretty much co-signing her narrative, and we all done heard that it was a lie. So, which I don't even feel like, even in that recording, it shouldn't have even been the whole tote situation shouldn't have even been brought up, because we all know she was the aggressor in that situation. Pepper spray was involved. Like, it was just too much. The man had not long had surgery, so I'm pretty sure he was really, really weak. You should never be in a situation like that, period, when you not long had that type of surgery. That speaks volumes, in my opinion. You worried about a man cheating when he just not long had surgery? And then the fact of you even admitting and saying that you would go through his phone every night and you would never find nothing. So what were you looking for, ma'am? At that point, and that's for all women, not just that situation. At some point, you got to realize you need to deal with your own insecurities, or you will never have a successful and healthy relationship, period. Because anytime you got to go through a man's phone every night, that's messing with your mental, not his, yours. That's something you gotta deal with. You need to be, I wish my phone quit going crazy. What I was gonna say, you need to be more, confident in yourself to know that, and not to say men don't cheat, because yes, men do cheat, but you chose that man. If you with that man, you chose that man. So before you choose your mate, you need to be very well aware of their character. That's why it's always good to court and to get to know a person. That way you're not putting you're not doing those type of things in your relationship that's going to trigger toxicity. Like, come on now. If you out that, listen, I feel like don't get me wrong, I didn't look through a phone or two in my younger days. But now, as an adult woman, I don't have time for that. Because I feel like if you put me in a position, if we have a conversation and we tell each other what we want in our relationship, right? And we keeping it a buck. We keeping it real. I'm not lying to you, and hopefully you not lying to me, and we saying we serious. Then if you put me in a position to where I have to go through your phone, that relationship is not for me. Because it is your job as a partner in a relationship to make sure your partner feels secure enough that they won't have, because the insecurities are anybody's insecurities are theirs. But I also feel like it's your job to make sure your partner is secure as well. Don't put them in positions to question your loyalty either, right? But it's just crazy, y'all. We're going to get into all of that. We're going to definitely get into all of that. But imagine this, and I was supposed to make this post on Facebook, but it got away from me. Imagine coming out to the world and telling the world that your husband was cheating on you, But you saying that blanket statement with no proof to back it up, then posting another very public relationship and coming to the internet and saying that that person is cheating on you in females DMs, begging for them to mess with you, and then taking that person back. Imagine that. Imagine that. Ain't that crazy? Child, that's when you know. And that in it, what makes the situation even crazier is the ones who try to co-sign her behavior and say little things like, trying to back. Basically, we all watching the same show online. We all watching the same thing go down. Even now in the new relationship, we're literally all watching everything play out because she brings her business to the internet. So we all see the same thing, but everybody's perspectives and perceptions are different, right? Granted, they are different, but come on now. If it's obvious, it's obvious. If a situation is obvious, it's obvious. Even with the whole recording coming out. Like, you got people, it was somebody that got up on Dawn's panel and was like, break out. Why y'all bringing this up? Why y'all playing this? Da 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 da. First of all, the fact that you would say that, and basically you're saying you don't care what the recording says. See, a lot of people expose their hands and the type of person that they are and their true character with the words that they say. You just gotta pay attention. If you know that. And matter of fact, Yams posted something on her community wall. I wish I knew it verbatim so I could say it out, because I was supposed to comment under it too. But she said something along the lines of, disliking somebody so much to where you're willing to ignore when that person is wronged. That's crazy. Because it ain't that much hate in the world, especially from somebody who never did you nothing personally. You disliking a person's character, you have that right. If you see somebody, you follow somebody, or that person is an influencer or anything along those lines, you have a right to dislike somebody's character, or, to decide whether or not you're going to support that person. But to go as far as to see wrongdoings towards a person and you ignore it, obviously ignore it, just because you dislike their character, that's crazy to me, and it speaks to your character and the type of person that you are. In my opinion, it's just like you seeing somebody get SHOT or STAB in the street, and you turn a blind eye because you had an argument with them last week, or you heard some things about them. It's not the same severity, but it's similar in logic, in my opinion. Stop ignoring wrongdoings or bad behavior or somebody being wronged just because you dislike or you in agreement with, because a lot of that is be follow the leader based off of idolization. We're going to keep it a buck. A lot of that be follow the leader based off of idolization, and it's not cool. You can support somebody and still call out their BS, period. At the end of the day, if we going off the facts, not just the facts, if we going off the obvious, the facts and the logic, that man was wronged, period. You can't say, oh, yeah, he was wrong, but I don't like how grandiose he is. So I'ma ignore it. No, it don't work like that, because that could be your son, that could be your nephew, that could be any man in your family, and you will want people to speak up for that person also, right? Especially if it was in the public eye. Especially because I done seen that play out a lot of times, y'all, where in my city, to be specific, where it's, somebody get SHOT in my city, and it's not enough outrage because it's been happening a lot. And, people being like, the family is like, where's the outrage? Like, where is the, the back is like, where everybody at? Where everybody at? The opinions and, to speak up against this type of situation, where they at? But then when something happened to one of their family members, oh, Now you feel it. You feel it in your chest now. No. Keep that same energy when it's your family member. Keep that same energy. Because that's not right. The way I advocate for a stranger is you best believe I'm 10 times harder behind a family member. Period. Okay, y'all. Because y'all know once I start talking, that's it, baby. Hey, Emil. Hey, April. Shout out to anybody that's just getting in the chat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link. If somebody want to come up and speak on what, kind of piggyback off of what I was just saying, please do so I can make me some tea, y'all. Because I need it. My throat hurts. All right, let's see. I ain't used to dropping the link. Wait. Why is it? Okay, there you go. Ooh. But it's too much. It's too much at this point. It's a lot of people. I even seen something. What was that comment somebody made? I just dropped it, y'all. Somebody want to grab it. I'm trying to think what somebody said. They said something along the lines of, it's too late now and nobody cares about that recording. And yes, we do care. It's a lot and I can't stand when people try to speak for others, especially for something that's wrong. Don't speak for a lot of people when it's wrong. Speak for people when it's right. Speak for people when it's right. Because you're wrong in saying nobody cares. Say you don't care. Because it's a lot of us that do care. It don't matter the time frame. When a person was wrong to that magnitude publicly, it's a lot of people that care, baby. Just like the person who came under my stuff and tried to say, you did all of that breaking down videos and people still don't like him. It's okay. He won't ever be like. No, you can't speak broad like that. Speak for yourself. Because the same way you say it's a lot that don't like him, it's a lot that like him also. You can't speak for everybody when you're making those type of statements. And what a lot of them don't realize, and this is why I always say, I'm gonna add you up, Emil. Dang, I forgot what I was gonna say, y'all. But pretty much, it's a lot of people that do stuff like that. If what you don't realize is when you support somebody, support can come in negative or positive. Of course, we want it to be in a positive form, right? We always want support in a positive form. But the fact that you are invested, and that's why I was trying to tell that lady, you sound crazy. Because you came and found me on my channel to tell me that you don't care about this man and nobody like him, but you went out your way. Your actions don't match your words, baby. Because if you don't care about something, you're not going to entertain it at all. Period. So to come all the way to YouTube and try to say, oh, well, you wasting your time. And You can't tell me what I'm doing because you don't know what I got going on. You wasting your time. People really be smelling themselves and acting like because they say something that people going to just go along with it. No, we go off the facts over here. We don't just go off a word of mouth. That's not how it works. Hey, Miss Lady. Hey, Brittany Tyner. Hey, Renee Howard. What's up, Emil? I think she grabbed it. You can hear me, Emil? I don't know what's going on, y'all. Emil. Something might be up with her mic. It says muted. Unmute your mic, Emil. You might have to drop down and try to come back up because I see it's going like it's clicking off and on. So I don't. Oh, must have messed up, y'all. She'll come back. Let me see what y'all talking about in them comments. Hold on. Let me go back up because they've been going. Shout out to anybody who just getting in the chat. I don't even see this big boss. Wait, let's see. It said has said on several. Buck Naked, you got the wrong platform, baby. Brianna said on several platforms that Robert never gave her black and blue eyes. Robert has admitted this. Oh my, bro, what's wrong with these people? Wow, I can't believe that man just got up here doing that. I, oh my god, I ain't gonna tell y'all what just happened. April, I see you. Hold on, I see you too, Emil. Y'all, give me a second. She said that. Okay, Big Boss says that Brianna has said on several public platforms, that Robert never BEAT on her, never gave her black and blue eyes. Robert has admitted this. So what's the problem? For one, yes, she has said that. And she has gotten on several platforms and switched her story up also. If you can refer to the very last video I posted. That's a clear example of the different narratives that she has said and ran with. Hence why so many people are confused. If you can remember, the very first video that she even did, she came out online. It was I want to say she was live on TikTok saying DV, but she said the word out, it's real. And she also put in physical. She expressed all each different, form of ABUSE when she made those statements. And also the most recent situation, and I hate to bring this lady name in because y'all know she is no longer a part of this, but y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm gonna just say Miss A. It was a situation where Himzel was pushed to the forefront with his actual situation that's going on, and they were trying to spin the narrative that that was LaTruth's situation. It was even a picture that was put out with Bree pointing to a dot under her eye, alluding to the fact that, oh, LaTruth did this. So she has said that on several different platforms. I don't know what y'all not getting about that. Like, the proof is there. All you gotta do is watch the videos. That's what it's like y'all not actually looking at the proof. Y'all just going off a word of mouth. Like, we weren't confused. If that's the case, we wouldn't be here. If she said on several platforms that he never BEAT her, we wouldn't be here. She literally cried on, I forgot exactly the name of the platform, but it was the interview that she did with multiple ladies up there. She cried up there saying and naming different physical situations with him. So I don't know, like, hey, but let me let these ladies up here. Hey, Emil. Hey, April. Listen, y'all, before y'all talk, the only thing I ask is to save my video from being demonetized. Y'all, certain keywords, please don't use, like KILL. I try to stay away from all of them. But y'all know, anything inciting or whatever. But welcome to the panel. I'm going to go make my tea and y'all could take turns and just say what y'all got to say.
All right. Thank you for having us up.
You welcome. Thank y'all
Yeah,
for
thank
joining me.
you.
Most people don't want to catch my link, child.
Well, I'm bold enough because I've been following them before they even broke up. So I was a LaTruth fan, and then he was like, "Y'all go follow her page." I was the one of those people, and I only followed her page off the strength of him saying, "Go follow her page." But then I started to see things that wasn't okay. So once everything spiraled out into what it is, then again I was following what was being put out, and then I started noticing the content creators, they started speaking about it, and it highlighted it for me like, well, maybe I'm tripping. But then it made it so, okay, I'm not tripping. So I am noticing that she's doing this. I am noticing she's being like this with him or whatever. But now it has gotten to a point where they're divorced and people are still like, that's the reason why La Truth is making posts now like, well, this is what's she really came out to say. And then it's people like, well, you said it, you did it. And I'm like, well, they're divorced now at this point, and they're like, well, she's happy, and why don't you just let it go? And I'm like, well, why don't y'all let it go? Because at the end of the day, if y'all let it go, then she becomes a null and void situation, and everybody can move on. because I'm sure he's moved on. Because him and Miss Season look real seasoned over there. I don't know if nobody noticed that or not, but they look real comfortable. So it's not about knowing the videos or hearing the videos from content creators. It's actually about me following what's going on and then hearing it from other people that they're seeing it like I saw it, and it just didn't make sense. All her lies came to the forefront, and now they're all her haters, or all her followers, should I say, the haters on the other side, they just don't want to admit that they were wrong. And to me, that just sounds like accountability, like she has lack of accountability.
Yeah. Agreed. With everything that you said, I think when people ask the question like, um, you know, why not let it go and things like that. I don't think people understand that she's still running with the narrative, kind of like behind the scenes, like she's very inconsistent and kind of keeping this thing going with her followers, with her people, right? So we've heard her story, we've heard her be inconsistent with the lies and things like that. And I think what is really serious about the way that she conducts herself and quite dangerous is, and which I don't even understand. So Lupac's title is pretty much asking, if you lie about a DV, about being a DV victim, should it warrant the same? I think it says something. Should it warrant the same uh, type of, you know, I think she was alluding like a punishment, right? So to me, yes, if a person lies about being a B USED, they should absolutely go to jail. If a person lies and calls 911 to have, the police come out, they should go to jail. And I just think that she hasn't received any of the she should definitely like something she should definitely, the consequences that come along with lying, she hasn't received any of those consequences. And I think that that's what people are missing. When you call the police out, it puts the person who you're in danger. Actually, he could have been unalived just on that fake call.
I agree with that, because at the end of the day, if she's going to be a a liar, as he's put out there. There she go with that lying stuff again, because she's done nothing but that since she opened her mouth with the whole DV situation. And because we were a part of the whole, well, he did this to me and this, that, and the third. And then we all watched how she changed fingers and she changed her story. I didn't say that. He drugged me, da da da. She changed her story a million times. And again, I thought I was going crazy. But then I look at Lupac and I look at Latte and I look at all these other the content creators, and I'm like, okay, so I'm not tripping. She did say that. And instead of her just saying, you know what, my bad, y'all, I was wrong for saying this, she don't take accountability. She won't take accountability. And her followers are exactly how she is. They're broken women without accountability. And some of them are men even. That's sad, but broken people without accountability. And when you don't take accountability, you're not going to be punished or anything like that. Because again, in order for you to be punished, you have to recognize you did something wrong, and for the most part, her people aren't like, girl, you shouldn't have said that. They're more like, yes, girl, get him. And at the end of the day, he was the best thing she ever had, as we all know, because we wouldn't even know about her or be talking about her if it weren't for him. And that's something that she needs to realize.
But and all very valid points. I think that what she does realize it, and you're right. The accountability piece is huge. I think that, and you hit another very valid point. Anybody who's following her, the only way you're following her is if you operate with the same mentality. Like that's just it, right? So I think for me, I was one of the ones that initially I believed her story. And it was like once all of the inconsistencies and then, the 911 call and things like that, I was like, wait a second, because you do society most of the time, you believe the woman, like that's just kind of the norm. But once I started to like watch closely and like, wait a second, that's inconsistent. Wait, that looks like she's got fake tears right there. That actually looks like, whoa, right? And so I was like, oh my God, like this could and now here we are, what, 16, 17, 18 months later, and everything that has happened within the saga, you pay attention to just her actions and how she has just really, really, really obviously she's tried to ruin his career. And I think that that's the thing. I think what would help is if she actually apologized, and that she hasn't done that. She hasn't done that to Robert, and it's like I think she owes him a huge apology. So it looks like Emil dropped down. Um, I see here. Let's see. I don't know, guys. I just think that it's just really sad how this narrative has gone on. And I think, for people like who is in the chat who just grabbed the link, I think people are wanting you to grab the link. This big boss person. Oh, big boss is gone. Oh, okay. Oh, um,
I'm here, April. Thank you for holding it down. I heard y'all was trying to rush and make that tea. Cause my throat is starting to hurt.
yeah, yeah, it's
But
cool.
I got rid of Big Boss because what we not gonna do is one thing I don't tolerate is just foolishness. It's one thing, yeah. For the most part, I'll let people stay, but if they being disrespectful, cursing, doing all the extra stuff. But also when you just showing your ignorance, like we talking about something serious at the end of the day. This outside of the whole LaTrue situation, this could be on another person. This could be on anybody's family member. So to just be outright childish, putting comments in the chat like, oh, Bree and Aruba and LaTrue trying to sell his Tesla, that's irrelevant. We're not talking about stuff like that. And that's the problem with a lot of those self-proclaimed grown women who don't show it through their actions. No, we're not doing that. So I just blocked them and got them out of here. Go play and go to the kids section. Once you get blocked, you gonna meet the children.
Right, sit at the kids' table.
We ain't got that type of time, baby. Because that's the ones that don't want to get it on purpose, in my opinion.
You're
They just
right.
want
They
to
don't
try
want
to
to get it on
disrupt the
purpose.
chat. Yep. They just want to disrupt the chat. Now I can see if you coming over here on some grown woman ish and you really trying to get an understanding and see where we coming from. That's different, because we can all disagree. Sometimes we can agree to disagree. But what we not gonna do is intentionally put different little things on purpose to try to disrupt a conversation, an adult, very mature conversation, just because you support a person and you don't want to get it. No, we not doing that. Go make your own platform and do that over there. Go play with your kids, baby. Cause this ain't it. But thank you for
Mm.
holding it down, girl. I was trying to run back in here when I seen because it's a little lagging on the phone, so it's more, it's fast on my computer. So you was a little further ahead. But I seen when Emil probably had some issues because I remember when she first came up, it kept dropping her down. That's probably what happened. But
Yeah.
yep, I was still listening. I brought my phone in the front while I was boiling my water.
No, that's okay. I could see where she had sent a message actually um saying thank you for having her up.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see it. Let me go down because I had went back up on the comments to try to read some of them. Miss Judy said everything she tried to falsely accuse him of, she is now in real life dealing with. Exactly. And that's what they failed to realize. Because you know what? I feel like, it was two sides in this saga. You had the people who supported RH and you had the people who support her. They could say what they want. At the end of the day, it's still low-key kind of two sides because you could tell that it's It's different mental levels in this thing, and I'm just keeping it a buck, like a lot of them really give slow, because at the end of the day, you can't just tell me anything. I need to see some facts with it. I don't roll like that. The fact that proof has been put out there that the one she's currently with is the actual ABUSER, that speaks volumes, and they still supporting that. To me, that speaks volumes to their character. Or they just oblivious and idolize her so much to where they go along with anything she's saying, they don't want to see it. No, we ain't doing that.
Well, right. Well, oh, there's a little echo.
Oh, hold
I
on a minute.
feel as though, like for me, right, when I look at, like, I've been very transparent about initially, believing her story. And I had to take a step back because I know that it was her just kind of tugging at my emotions, right? So then when I removed the emotions out of it and I just kind of looked at the facts, it was like, wait a second, right? So your intellect would have to kick in, right? Because this saga, you can't really be in this saga and be emotional. You have to kind of rely on your common sense and your intellect. So with all of the amazing content creators, y'all putting videos together, dropping receipts, Don dropping receipts, it is just fascinating that um the supporters on her side are still following and not even wanting to touch the fact that the current person is actually the ABUSER. It's crazy to me. And so I think you hit the nail on the head. They don't want to get it right. They just want to ignore that. And they actually have developed a dislike for Robert so much that they just gonna stick with, let her just tell the narrative that she's giving. And it's just sad. It's just really sad.
It really is. I even got a screenshot, y'all. One of my sources sent me a screenshot of somebody. This was after Dawn released the recording and after my video was put out. But somebody said, they don't care what was said on that audio, because at the end of the day, they look at his character, and can't nobody tell them that he is not an ABUSER. Also, because if y'all remember the video where LaTrue busts through the doors, she said that's how she know he's one.
Oh my God.
I said, I know she. See, it's people like that that I wouldn't even waste my time trying to convince them of anything. Because if you look at that situation, the man busting through the door, and for one, she was not holding the baby. The baby was on the bed. That's how much you wasn't paying attention to the video, lady. But it's just the fact, like, he bust through the door. That is, what's crazy? It's like, because this situation came to the internet, people is given that people actually forgetting that they've had and there are real life situations that marriages are not perfect. It's given that that marriage between RH and Bree had to be perfect. That's what it's given, because they are influencers. I don't know, but that's what it seemed like. And I just don't understand. How can you look at a video? He didn't even put his hands on her. He bust through the door. He even gave her a choice to unlock the door so he can get his things out of the room. It wasn't even like a Incredible Hulk moment. He barely pushed them doors open to get in there. So I'm like, well, if you gonna take that situation and just make your judgment, then you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. At this point, I'm not even in the job of convincing anybody. I feel like people gonna believe what they want to believe. Like, it's clear what didn't happen. The biggest soldier that was supporting her stopped supporting her. That right there should have told them a lot. And I'm privy to a lot that go on behind the scenes. So that situation should have told them a lot. If they didn't take nothing from the big dog leaving from over there, then I don't know what to tell them. They shouldn't even need no proof after that happened. But outside of that recording, like, proof has been put out several times to show that she lies. So at this point they just gonna believe what they want, you know. But I'm definitely gonna use situations that surround it to have dialogue and great build. Sorry. Like I'm not in the business of trying to prove nothing to nobody no more. You believe what you want. At the end of the day, all the facts, all the receipts have been put out there for everyone's eyes to see. How you perceive it is your business. So it is what it is. You know, I feel like LaTrue been vindicated. He living his life, Bree living her life, but don't ignore what was put out. At the end of the day, the man she's with now is the actual ABUSER, and it's her karma. We all gotta go through karma, and you can have good and bad karma. It just depends on what you put out into the universe. What you give is what you get, 10 times harder.
That's
That's
exactly right.
exactly right. So,
Um, I do. Okay, so your topic though is pretty fascinating. I spoke on it where I think your title of this live, you were asking the question, pretty much should a person who lied about DV receive the same like judgment? What is that the title? That's the actual title, right? Or something like that.
yeah, it's when lying about DV, should that lie warrant the same charge. I couldn't put in the mood because I hadn't ran out. You know, you can only put 100 characters, so I want I wanted to give
Right.
more context, but I couldn't. But you know, should it warrant the same charge or you know something equivalent or whatever that the actual DV could bring? In my opinion, I would say it should definitely be a charge for liars because if not, they're gonna keep doing it. Like, it's crazy out here. And people lie about serious stuff sometimes. Not
Right.
even just in this situation, but it's some lies that have been told that cause a lot of damage.
Exactly. And so within this saga, not even just, I mean, so my response, and I think you and we aligned there. Absolutely. I think that if you make a false claim, something as serious as that, you should absolutely receive, there's some consequences that should come along with that. And then not to mention, I don't know if you heard me while you were away, but I was saying that, you know, her even calling, making those fake 911 calls, like that is serious. And a lot of people have been unalived over just a 911 call, because the cops show up rah rah, you know what I'm saying? And let's face it, the truth is a black man, and the climate that we're in, it's not really safe for black men in some cases when it comes to law enforcement. And so, um, that was all very, very serious, and I think that is what she doesn't understand and her supporters don't understand. That could have gone so left. So I absolutely do think that, she should have. I don't even understand if the police officers came out there numerous times over and over and over. Why wasn't she cited for making those false accusations over and over, as she stated that she called them so many times to come out to the house? It's just weird.
Well, for one, I think she was exaggerating when she said, because I put it in my video and I'm pretty sure you watched it, where she said, I have plenty of times I called 911 over and over and over. I think she was exaggerating, but from my not, and I think I agree. I feel like it should have been, because okay, y'all, let's use this example. Y'all remember when we were small, we all done played on the phone and called 911. I know I did with my siblings and cousins, and our parents would always say, you keep doing that, you're gonna go to jail. But I don't think a lot of people realize that that's an actual charge. So, but I guess you gotta actually be caught in the act or be reported for doing it. But you can be charged for making false complaints. Like, you can be charged. I just don't think they take it as serious. It's just unfortunate, but you know it is true. You can't be charged for that. You keep playing calling 911 all day long, and you can go to jail for that.
Right.
Right. It's
That's
definitely a
exactly
charge.
right.
Exactly right. But they need to take that more serious because it's some detrimental lies. Like it's some lies that can really, really take, for instance, the 911 call where she said he had a GUN. Like she should have been
Right.
charged for that. She should have definitely been arrested for that. Because those cops showed up. If y'all remember the video, those cops showed up armed and ready. They even had the dogs with them. So that spoke volumes, and that could have turned into something fatal.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
And didn't find nothing. They didn't find no GUN. So, not to say he didn't have one, but he said he didn't have one in the house. You can't say he wasn't being honest because maybe it was in his vehicle,
That's
right? So
exactly right.
he didn't say he didn't own one. He said it's not in the house. But she made it seem like he was holding her at GUN points. So, people, it's like people just, they believe what they want. And I hate, and one thing I hate is society now in this generation makes it seem like if you beautiful or you got a bad shape, they use that to validate honesty. Like if a person's of good character, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I've constantly seen comments under her post where men will say, "Oh, dude messed up," or "I know a dude punching the air because she bad." Like, what does her looks have to do with her character? That's crazy to me. If you
Yeah.
going after somebody just because of how they look, a BBL and a pretty smile don't make a good wife, baby. It takes more than just those outer characteristics to determine if you're gonna have a good partner. And I see men doing that all the time, and that's how a lot of them get caught up and played.
Right. I think you know what's really and to your point, that is really that's actually her MO, right? Is she's out showing her body, um, really more focused on her looks versus showing quality time with the children, showing being a mom, an actual mom and not skits, like actually like she got a whole brand over there. Her children are beautiful and really smart. Like she could actually build a brand just off of that alone, but she would rather build a brand off of, her BBL and yeah, that's it. That's all she got to offer. That's it. And so focused on, what her current person is doing. Like, I really wish that she would just do more with just showing that she's an actual mom.
Yep, I agree. I was trying to find a video. Hold on right quick. Let me mute because I wanna hear something real quick that she put out. I was trying to find a video clip. Wait, I think that's it. Hold on.
All right. And while you're doing that, Lupac, if you can hear me, Miss White, I think once they're asking you to drop the link again.
Okay, but I don't know if y'all remember, but it was a certain interview with her and those ladies. I cannot remember the name of the podcast, and this is to kind of speak to Big Boss, who's no longer in here. She might be still watching because unfortunately, on YouTube you can block somebody, but they can still watch your videos. They can still watch you, but she literally said 6 years of gaslighting, 6 years of, I was trying to find it verbatim, y'all, but she did say of being dragged, and I want to say punched,
Mm-hmm.
but don't quote me. That's why I'm looking for it now so I can listen to it and quote it verbatim. But she said that 6 years of being dragged and pushed, and like she said that. So to say that that never happened when her and Toya on a private conversation, it was only verbal in the tote. Like that spoke volumes. And then somebody say, well, she didn't say he didn't ABUSE her. Baby, she said it was only the tote and verbal. What more do you want? It's like these people are crazy for real.
They
What
are
more do
crazy
you
for real.
want? I dropped the. Hold on, my bad. I I pasted, but I never clicked send. I dropped the link, y'all. But it's like, come on now. These are the type of people that their kids could go rob a bank or unalive somebody and they'll hide them in the back room or in the basement. That's what it's
Right.
given. That's what it's given because, and I hate to say that, but like, come on, let's be realistic. You can support somebody, but you ain't gotta condone or turn a blind eye to they BS, especially when it's at somebody else's expense. Like this was a serious situation brought to the internet that could have took away that man's livelihood, and now he's even fighting back, trying to get back what he lost. Like he didn't lose everything completely, but his numbers dropped tremendously. He got women still, because that's gonna still be a stain on his character indefinitely. Because not everybody gonna see that recording. It's a lot of people that stop following the saga because of Bree's inconsistent stories, right? It's a lot of people that stop following that won't see it, but are still every so often might see LaTrue coming down their timeline or on something and say, oh, he's an ABUSE, or I don't support him. So that's the type of stuff we talking about. And people still in his comments with pure ignorance. Leave that man alone. Like it's crazy to me. Let Miss Lisa.
Yeah, it is. And then with the whole skits that they do, like what she's doing, like I think you like it's like she's reliving kind of like your point. Like if she's doing those skits, then she's definitely still giving life to the lies that she told just by doing those skits.
Yep. Hold on, Miss Lisa, before you say something. And welcome to the panel. To speak to that,
Hey, Miss
somebody
Lisa.
actually said, what's the
Hello.
difference between him with his song I Hate You More and her doing those skits? The difference is she's a self-proclaimed victim that came on the internet and tried to sell a DV story to millions of actual victims. That's the difference, baby.
Mm.
That's the difference. Him doing a music video, reenacting a woman going through the phone and them tussling over the phone, that does not hold no weight to her reenacting skits of toxic situations from a relationship. That's a big difference. People
Mhm.
like to compare stuff that ain't no comparison. Hey, Miss Lisa.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, Lupa. Hey, Miss
I'm doing
April.
good.
Hey, Miss
Mm,
Lisa.
Listen, hi, babe. How you doing?
I'm
Yeah, I ain't
great.
gonna
Before
be
you
on
Thank
here
before
long.
you go in, Miss Lisa, the only thing I ask is try not to use
Mhm.
certain words,
Oh no,
keywords
I
and
know,
cycle words
I
or none of
know,
that. Okay.
I got it. Hmm. Um, my whole basis with this chick right here, it's just, it's just all the lies that she has told, and she's gonna continue because she's a broken, unhealed woman. It's just sad, and I really think she's not really looking at what could have really taken place. That could have seriously changed the whole game because that could have been in front of them kids. They could have been traumatized and all of that. For what? If you didn't want to be with that man, you should have just gracefully stepped off and did your thing. To allow other people, other unhinged women just like her, drag this man as much as they did, and they still doing. It says a lot about her character, and we already know how she is. You know what I'm saying? But the hurtful thing is, real domestic violence is on the rise. On the rise. Every day you watch something. Somebody did this, somebody done did that. She doesn't really know the repercussions of that, you know, because she never was one,
Right,
you know.
exactly.
And my thing is, what bothered me mostly is like you say the N, I'm gonna say N to the G. You know what I mean? I, that right there was the scariest of all, because them. I ain't calling nobody race, but cops don't be playing out here. Because if they hear a DB calling,
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to be 8 or 9 officers. Thank God it was maybe, what, 3 there? It
They're
could
gonna
have been
show up.
more. They could have surrounded that whole house.
Yeah.
He could have made one false move. And even it shows you, even with DV, they could have walked in the house, but he didn't allow them. He said, I'll come out. Robert was smart because he didn't go out there,
Right.
but that could have turned into something because they could have, well, they ain't gonna never close no door. But all that could have took place right
Mm-hmm.
there.
Yeah.
So you thinking you done everything that Robert built was on Robert's sweat, blood, and tears. Not true. Just be grateful that he was honored or you that he even shared that life and space with you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not, she's the most, she's just ungrateful, like the worst.
The worst.
I, I found it, y'all, and verbatim, what she said was
Mm-hmm.
6 years of gaslighting, 6 years of emotional ABUSC, 6 years of being CHOKED, and
Hmm.
dragged across the floor. Can you
Yeah.
imagine your children knocking at the door? Let my mommy out. Let my while she's crying mode, right? So that's
Exactly.
also adding to it. That's
Mm-hmm.
gaslighting right there.
Yeah.
And it was also a point where she said about him breaking the finger and something about her brain or whatever, brain swelling or something.
Girl,
So
let
tell
me
me
tell
that's
you.
not her saying like,
Right.
what more do you want, baby? These people
Because
crazy.
my thing is, how you saying you have a concussion and you still walking around? Because with those, you're in the hospital for a couple of days so they can see brain scans and x-rays and so forth and so on. You know, you really lie. We already know she's a liar, but it's sad, girl, that women are running state lines to get away from these people. You really don't know what it is. You know, I told my story a million times before. And that's the only part that bothers me with this whole story, that you lied, girl. You really did something bad. If she was in New York, they'd have locked her up for that.
Yeah. That.
As many as times as she called it, they would have took her right up out of there.
Yep. And you know what? A lot of people, especially her supporters, they try to compare things that happen throughout the saga with LaTrue and with Bree. But if we really hate, what's up, Latae? If we really ball down to it, and keep it on the actual situation, which was DV, there's no comparison because LaTrue didn't come out till later to really start telling his story, right? So all of that other stuff is irrelevant. Like they'll try to say, well, we say, well, she lied about this in the saga and this in the storyline or whatever, and they'll say, well, he lied about this or he lied about a truck situation, or that don't have nothing to do with the saga. That, you know, a lot of people made a lot of irrelevant stuff relevant within the saga, and the DV was supposed to be the focus. So now you're comparing characters where it should actually be victim and accuser, right? So that's why I feel like a lot of people are, you know, they'll come in the chat and they'll say certain things like that person, that big boss person did, talking about stuff that's don't have nothing to do with what we talking about, that's irrelevant, comparing him with his Tesla and her in a room, like that has nothing to do with what we talking about. We talking about the severity of the situation as a like altogether, the whole DV situation. We're not talking about all that irrelevant stuff. We don't care about that. Some do, but I know I don't. You know, I'm more focused on what we advocated for, you know, which was an innocent man based on the facts. The facts, not because you think his character is grandiose, oh, he gotta be guilty. No, the facts say that man is innocent. The receipts and the facts say he's innocent. Period,
Right. And
point blank. It don't matter who you like more. At the end of the day, the facts say he's innocent. So I just don't get it. Like, it's crazy. What's up, 20
right.
mil?
And if Robert was a vindictive, like a really vindictive man. Like he could have actually she could be probably incarcerated at this point because if you ask me, she deserves whatever punishment comes along with that. I think that, he is still dealing with the residual effects of that lie. You know what I'm saying? Like you have some people who aren't paying attention to, like you said, like a lot of the content creators and the breaking down and of the videos and the text messages and things like that. You just got people that know about this story and actually still look at him as though he is, an ABUSER because they just aren't taking the time to actually look at the facts. So, his life has definitely been changed for the worse.
Yeah, because I
Facts,
feel like
April.
she need to
And
be
they
in
don't
there with
even
Miss.
go ahead.
She needs to be in there with Bo Keisha and Bolinda and Bubba. She need to be sitting right in there, right in the cell, right along with them. Then she will really see what abuse is. Straight
Y'all
up.
know what's crazy though?
I
I was
can't
laughing at you,
stand
Miss
that
Lisa.
girl.
They don't even give him credit for not doing her the way she did him on the internet. They don't, and I feel like
Right.
he should get a lot of credit for that much. At the end of the day, as women, take who you support out of it because it could be a situation where any one of our sons or daughters, because this happens to women too, this
Yeah.
could happen, and you
Mhm.
would want people to advocate for your child as well, stranger or not. You want the
Mhm.
advocacy. It's a different ball game when you're actually in that situation. It's easy to say you don't care and to move a certain way when you on the outside looking in. But the reason why I advocate is because I got two sons and one daughter, and it
That's
could happen
right.
to either
Yeah.
one.
Mhm.
So just have that
And
in the back of your
I
mind the next
mhm.
time you speak on these type of situations and try to play it for a joke or try to play with
Yeah.
somebody's character. Like, no. Be honest. It
And
speaks
thank
like I
God
can't
he
stress
had
this
y'all
enough.
behind
It
him.
speaks to exactly. It speaks to a lot of
Thank
people's
God.
character, how you move when it comes to other people's situations. You don't have to
Yeah.
know somebody personally to have compassion for them in their situation. Period.
It's no different as what we see and watch on TV every day. We have a heart of compassion for any brother, any sister, anybody that's enduring that. We have that. So it's like when I look at her, like, girl, you listen. You see why she don't have a. You see why things are failing with her all around because it was never hers. Everything that Robert gave, he tried. And she took it like this is a come up. I'm gonna take him for what he got. The you know what she did and everything she did. And that's just what it was about. It wasn't about no love. It just wasn't. He loved her, but I don't think she loved. I don't think she ever loved that man. And I just have to be honest, because ain't too many men coming to take care of other kids, other people kids. And the way he did it, he phenomenally did that. He a real man.
I, Hey
I gotta
Marisha,
give it to
but
him.
let me say this. Thank you, Maya, for the super sticker. Love you, girl. I honestly, Miss Lisa, I think that she did love him, and I'm gonna say this
Really?
because the reason why I think she did love him, it's because a lot of women show their feelings and their emotions differently. It don't take away
Yeah.
from the fact of what she did, but it was definitely an impulsive act, and that's just her character. She acts impulsively, regardless of the outcome or what's gonna happen from the situation. She's just an emotional, impulsive person, and clearly,
Yeah.
because look what she did with him, Zell. Also, the first thing she do is come to the internet with any situation. She needs that
Right.
public validation. But I can't say that she didn't love him. because
Maybe
of
for
the things she
5 minutes.
did, but it just gives that she can't handle rejection, and
Yeah.
that's how she acts. She wants you to hurt as much as you hurt her.
Okay, this is what I take from that. I feel like I'm just gonna give her a little bit. I'll just give her a little bit that she did love him at one time. Okay. But what I see now, I still think she has a little more compassion for him, but not much. You see how she operates. And she lost a good one. And her karma has already started. Trust and believe. Not that I feel like she need to be with somebody that are, you know, things to her. No, absolutely not. But it's like you're doing this around those children. So what are they learning? They're watching your behavior, and you're not even taking the time. Just be with your children. These men will come and go, but them kids, those are your that's your breath fresher air, your children. And you need to take every part of you to display that. See, but the thing is, she never was taught those things, so she never was taught how to be a wife. She maybe wasn't taught how to be a mom. She was a young mother. Not that say all young mothers act like that, because I've seen some, and I have some in my family members that they were young, but my other cousins or relatives made them finish school, helped made them take care of that child, and was supportive. You know what I mean? So she never knew how to do these things. But it comes to a point in time where you have to wake up, look at yourself and say, all these people saying that, then it must be me. Because everybody can't be like, okay, everybody just saying you, picking on you. No, you did some things. So I don't know. All I can say, God, just pray on her, get her together, and get that monster out of her life. Because she don't need that. But see, right now, she's a type of female that gotta have a man. She gotta have a man, whether you have a kids or not. So what's gonna be next? The next one gonna be around your children like that? You just
Exactly.
open the door for things to happen to your children. And you gotta be careful out here.
Well, I
People,
mean, coming from
oh
a
no.
when you have
Yeah.
things that when you have trauma that you're working through, I think we've all said it. She just hasn't taken the time. She's just going to continue to repeat the cycle of that she's basically repeating, right? So, you know, we know that Latruth was a good man, but I mean, aside from that, like her experiences hasn't been great, right? So, and a lot of that has to do with um she has to unlearn some of that behavior that she has, and she's just not taking the time to get the proper help. She's way too focused. Listen, I love how I look too. I take a lot of selfies, but I also know that I'm not crap to anybody looking the way that I look if I'm not working from the inside out. So if you don't go and get your help that you need, to get your mental right, get your emotional balance correct, like straighten that out. Like she's just running amok, but heck, she want to stand in front of the mirror and she want to pose and she want to do all that. But we don't see her doing anything. All of that stuff is very surface. Like, and the only time she gets online and talk about God and self-love or whatever is when her and the current guy is not doing well. Like it's all, she just really needs to take some time to herself, get off social media, my God. And I know this is her moneymaker, but I mean, I would just absolutely choose myself and my kids first. It's not enough money out here for me to be being the detriment that I'm being right now, that she's being right now. It's just not worth it. Not no amount of money is worth it.
And not
Facts,
only
because
like,
you know what?
go ahead.
You have, for one, she has a lot. It's clear and it's obvious. Like within this saga, I feel like a lot of people pulled up her background, and we were able to see, um past traumas and stuff like that. So it's a lot that she's holding in, right? So when you start getting into relationships and you don't release, all of that pressure goes somewhere and eventually it's gonna come out. So she gonna have, in order for her to have a successful relationship with any man, she's gonna have to get to a point where she can be by herself to self-reflect and to heal. You can't say you healed if you was able to jump into another relationship based on, let's look at the facts, y'all, and what she put out. What she put out to the world is, I was in a 6 year relationship, 6 year toxic ABUSE marriage, right? She claimed physical, emotional, all of that. And next thing you know, we see her in another full blown relationship, not even 2 months of her separation from her husband. We watch all of this play out online. There was never a point of healing. I don't care what nobody say, even the whole, oh, you can heal, everybody heal differently. Ain't no way that woman came online and told us about multiple toxic relationships and she was able to heal in 2 months after a years long relationship. It don't work like that. It does not work like that. You can, that is impossible. And the whole, oh well, you can, your mind and your body can leave the relationship before you do. That's crap. And you know why? Because she was still dipping back over there to that man's house after she put out the lie on social media. She showed up in lingerie. She was on the phone with his brother saying she crying, saying she still wanted her marriage. She had the Rices trying to help reconcile her marriage. LaTrue completely walked away from her. So it's that's out the window. The whole, oh, your body and your mind can leave before you do. That's crap. In this situation, it is. So she never healed from her situation. And let's not forget the fact that we actually seen pretty much majority of her new relationship play out online also, because all of they ish got exposed. And by not just by others, but by her as well. Most recently on Instagram, when she went live saying all her dislikes and how he curses at her and disrespects her and all these different things. So it's obvious that she's in some toxicity right now. Y'all can say what y'all want and believe what y'all want, but she
Yeah, she
came out and
is.
said, remember y'all said we gotta hear it from her? Well, y'all was able to hear from her on Instagram a few weeks ago. Let's make it make sense. So clearly,
And
she
I
either
just don't
like
like
that
when she
type of
used God
stuff
for
or she's the
convenience.
problem. But she need a heal. Period.
Mhm. Mhm. I hate when she uses God for convenience. That oh my goodness, I'd be like, girl, you got to stop doing that. You're wrong. You're wrong, and you need to get on your knees and repent and denounce and just get your life together. But that's not. She's not healed, so this is going to be a continued pattern with her. And hopefully, I hope she wakes up one day. But this is what and they believe everything because she's beautiful. Listen, I'm from New York, and there's beautiful women walking around this place every single day. So, because you got you a BBL, yeah, she wasn't a bad looking girl. I mean, she needed some adjustments. Okay, that happened, but you're using that as, oh, look at me now. Like, girl, stop it. It's not about your body. It's about what's in your brain or in your heart, and we see she's heartless. So
This is my thing.
I don't know.
Anytime you see a relationship is coming to an end, no matter the type of relationship you have, whether it's healthy, toxic, well, 9 times out of 10, if it's healthy, it ain't gonna end. But in any situation, any relationship, and you see it's coming to an end, if you have to try to ruin that person, you either are the problem or you are part of the problem. Because I'm a strong believer in not doing people how they do you. For one, I believe in allowing God to handle my lightweight, for one. But if you trying to ruin somebody just because they no longer want to be with you, that speaks volumes. And that should have been a red flag to any man that try to pursue her. Like, that's crazy. That also shows that she's not healed. She wasn't healed prior because, she expressed her situation with the first baby daddy and the whole pit bull situation and all of that. From my opinion, if she would have actually healed from that situation, which she wasn't, because guess what? She was live in the bed, in the bedroom, while she was in the marriage with LaTruth, talking about the situations with the other BD. So, and she was crying on some of the videos, hence not being healed. So that spoke volumes. It shows that she goes from relationship to relationship and she's not healed. And all you're doing is carrying over your trauma and your toxicity. You can't give your yourself to a person, a man or whatever, and still be holding on or clinging to the stuff that messed you up in the past. It's gonna hinder a healthy relationship.
That's very true. I'll be transparent, like with my life, right? So, I've never experienced DV in terms of like, physical or anything like that. But I absolutely was in a relationship with a narcissist. And the mind games that I had to deal with caused me to lack in areas such as parenting, work, taking care, being responsible, right? And so the things that I put my girls through in terms of just not being present for them during that, it was a short stint. It was like a 2 year period of time where, I didn't even know that I was going through whatever I was going through mentally and emotionally with this guy. But the 2 years that I was in that, I can't tell you how damaging that was for my children who were at home. No, they didn't see us arguing or anything like that. I mean, the man didn't live with me, but I just was not the same. Like, I wasn't the mom that they knew me to be. I didn't have a lot of energy. I was depressed, all of the things. And so, whenever you're in a toxic situation like she's in right now, she is not being all that she can be to her children because she's trying so hard to grasp and hold on to a man who actually doesn't want to be there. He only wants to be there when he wants to be there. And so, I the only thing that, actually got me and my girls back on track to where we were, living a healthy home life was me going to therapy, and they had to go to therapy. So she just needs to take a time out, because if she thinks that her actions won't affect her children later in life, she's dead wrong. Dead wrong.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I
And
understood that.
if y'all think about it, she can't say that her children didn't experience nothing. But let's take it back a little bit, right? So if y'all remember, and I think I told y'all this on my last live, if y'all remember when she put out her Just Being Bree show, the very first episode included the kids, and she was asking them questions. And one of the questions was, "Do y'all prefer mommy single or married? Or do
Uh-huh.
y'all want me to be single and y'all still get to spend time with RH?" And they said yes. They was like, "We prefer you single, but we still want to be able to spend time with him." So that spoke volumes to me. It showed that them kids still love him. So after that, if you notice, that narrative completely changed. Then it went from that to her saying, "I don't want you to have nothing to do with my kids and don't talk to them, don't mention them, blase blase." But she was still having a relationship with his daughter. But they started pushing the narrative that her kids didn't care for him after that. So I'm like, well, I go, like I said, I go off of the facts. I went off of what happened on the first episode that came out of the kids' mouths. They wanted a relationship with him. So in my opinion, I'm looking at it like now she's making them say certain things or putting certain things in their heads, about this man. Because and just to basically what I'm saying is they've been included in all of her BS. Also with the whole Himzel situation. Think about the messages that was exposed from that situation where the whole the hit to the chest situation happened. I don't want to say exactly how it happened. That happened behind some shoes, and then with him saying F them kids and all of this, and the arguments in front of the kids, not to mention the situation that Dawn spoke on her last live where she was trying to block him from leaving, and he ran outside, whatever, got in his car, and she was holding the baby, and he floored the car, and her and the baby flew across the pavement. So all of that, like, it's just crazy to me how people don't, not just people, women don't realize that you mess your kids up for life mentally when they're involved in those type of situations. You might not think it's affecting them, but it's very much affecting them, and they gonna hold on to it, and they gonna think it's okay. They gonna think those type of relationships are okay when they grow up. Oh, well, this is good because my mommy went through it, or my mommy, she didn't have a problem with a man saying the B word, so it's not a bad thing. That's gonna be implanted. They gonna be accepting those type of things. That's why they always say kids need to see a real man loving their mother. Because what you do and what you allow in front of your kids, they hold on to.
That's
And I'm
very
a
true.
prime example because I watch, and I don't even like to put myself in these type of situations, but I watch my mom go through certain things with my dad, and I thought that a lot of stuff was okay, and I had to unlearn a lot of those behaviors. It took a lot of prayer and a lot of work and a lot of healing, but by the grace of God, it is what it
Mhm.
is now. But it's true, basically. Like, kids see what they mama go through and they relive it. They think it's cool. Once they get older, they think those behaviors are cool. You
Mhm.
gotta teach them differently.
You
Right.
absolutely do. And
And once
because the
let me say this too. Once a
okay.
man show you he don't care about your kids, it's time to move around. You don't give him two chances to show you that he don't care about your kids. Cause it's your job as a mother to protect them. Period. If you don't protect them, who will?
That's exactly right. And you know what, as parents and especially, I mean, just as parents, like, I like to your point, I basically um followed suit what I saw my mom do, right? So it's up to us to change that and to change that and show our kids a different type of way and to be loved, right? So it common sense though, like I mean, I guess common sense isn't common. Like to me, you know, if I were her, I think for me as a mom, I always wanted to give my kids better than what I had, right? So and to show them a different way to me. Now maybe in her mind she's doing that, but if she's not paying attention, she can't be, because this saga and what she's continuing to perpetuate is just damaging. Like it's just all bad. So it's almost like, why don't you stop yourself and go get some help? Like you gotta know that you need some help. Everybody around her is telling her that.
Yeah, and the sad part is being that she ain't have nothing. It's just like she right now she don't want no help. She think what she doing is just what she doing, and it's sad. And my concerns has always been about the children, because you just took a beautiful vacation. Why not take your children, spend some money on them? You showing them that this man comes before anything. That's what you're showing your children, and they're gonna resent you for that. Trust and believe they will. You know, and time after time, this is what she does. Men come before her children. You know, Clear see every picture. She ain't got clothes on. Every picture. Your body hanging out like you twerking. You're jumping on doors. I don't know. I'm just saying that part. But girl, stop. You need to stop it. And right now, she's far too gone with her behavior, and it's tolerated. They love her. She ain't no Beyonce, you ain't no Fantasia, you ain't no Faith Evans. Girl, your
Yeah.
name is Battle with a B in the beginning. That's all you are. Straight up.
Right. You know the savings grace though. I see some people like in the savings grace for the children, the girls, the little girls, is that thank God that Robert is the type of dad that he is, because his daughter, you know, little mama, she will actually have an opportunity to lead a different lifestyle. Now, I
Hmm.
don't know what's the other baby daddy. I think that the fact that he's been receiving some bad press, that maybe he may be turning a different leaf and trying to like be a little more active. So hopefully with the two dads involved, the girls will be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of half dressing and not growing up too fast. I know that they see a lot with their mom, but hopefully the dads can kind of reel them in a little bit.
And it's the sad part for me is you should have gave that man props because he did take care of your children. You got to sit back and watch another man raise your children. And I just feel like they're older now. And now you want to step into really reenact and be a father? No. The real father, he may have birthed them. But the real father is the truth. And the truth is the one that taught them how to read, write,
Yeah.
cook, be responsible, do chores. He
Hmm.
told them how to respect themselves. And I have not seen that man, the real father,
That's
has
true.
not stepped in no step of the way. If you picking up your kids at a gas station, and
Hmm.
then these kids can't go directly to your house, you have to pick them up from there. That says a lot of things about him. And then in the eyes of what he's praising and what he thinks he believes, he's full of baloney. He's a zero. He's a negative,
Yeah.
and he could try all he want right now. Would change how I feel about him because you are considered a deadbeat. Straight up,
Hmm.
straight up. That's it.
As for
He don't
him,
get no brownie point.
listen, I done did several videos on him because I can't respect a man the way he moves. Is like, dude, you want to talk about and then what makes it even worse is the fact that he got God in the midst, right? Like he's using God as a cover up for his BS. I cannot respect that. Him and his BM, they are definitely a perfect match because they both use they both use God when it's convenient. But the type of stuff that he does, he want to speak on. Um, it takes a village, but he only used that when it's convenient for him and his narrative. Like, why you don't say that when it comes to the truth? Because this man was actually there. The stuff that we seen online, even when it boiled down to the situation where it was like a bullying situation with the little chocolate one. I say the little chocolate one, y'all got a chocolate baby too. But that situation, and it was on that TV show or whatever. And LaTruth was there, and they had the little boy's name as I Hampton. So it's like, where were you? Your last name is Donaldson. Where were you when that happened? It seemed like you missed all the key and very important moments in the situation, but now you on your page throwing subs on a daily towards this man when you should, if you don't want to thank him, at least you could do is keep the peace and not be a hater. And not be doing all this extra stuff. I would be thanking him honestly, because the fact that he stepped in, and you got to give him credit. Not too many men gonna even court a woman, let alone marry a woman with 3 kids that belong to somebody else, and that's facts. So at least give him that much, because it was a point when you were absent, and that came from your BM. It was very much a point. He tried to say he always been there, but from what she said, no, you haven't. Hence why the very first video we seen of the interaction between LaTruth and the kids, they were calling him daddy and not even knowing him. When a father is present, can't no other man take their place. And that's big facts. Ain't no kids or a mom gonna even allow her kids to call another man daddy if their dad is actually present and involved. So that spoke volumes. Shout out to everybody that's just getting in the chat. Y'all, please hit the like button. We got 321 in the building, 203 likes. I see JB just posted. Thank you, JB. Hey, Trinity and Miss Karen and who else? Andrea, Candy Girl. Everybody that just got in here. Love you guys. But like Don Juan, my girl Don Juan in the building. But yeah, like, come on now. He be doing too much. For somebody that was so quiet for pretty much the entirety of the saga, now you real loud, sir. You real loud. And it's just not making sense. Like, dap that man down and go about your way, because at the end of the day, y'all kids share siblings. I mean, y'all kids share siblings. Y'all kids are siblings, so they gonna have to be around each other. Not saying LaTrue gotta be around him, but it's just the fact that you causing tension. You mad because this man spoke on something, on a conversation that he had with his wife at the time. That was his experience to speak on. Why are you in your feelings? Because it made you look bad as a parent? And because of the traction that it got? Because I guarantee you, if that post wouldn't have went viral, he wouldn't have had nothing to say. But because LaTrue got, not even the recent one, why you didn't speak on it when it first came out, when LaTrue got over 5 million views on that video? He didn't say nothing about that adoption situation then. He waited till it hit Atlantic Black Star magazine, whatever, Facebook page with over 1 million followers to now want to speak on it. It's just giving fishy to me. Like, why all of a sudden now? Your elder, you didn't even speak up when everything was good before the whole DV situation hit. You didn't speak up and say, hey, this not this man kids, these are mine. We knew nothing of you, sir. Nothing.
Right.
We
I
didn't even
think
know
that.
you existed.
Oops, sorry.
Go ahead.
Um, to your point, it's like, um, why didn't when you're married or you're in a relationship, right? So to your point, why wasn't he upset with her for putting the narrative out there that he wasn't a good father? You can't be upset with LaTruth. LaTruth is going off of what she's telling him and what he sees. He see you not coming around. He see you not doing all the things. So it's like, you're mad at what? You need to be mad at yourself. That he should be mad at himself that he was not engaged. He was not engaging as a father. He was not an active
Exactly.
dad.
Like,
Period.
and the co-sign what you said, exactly. Why didn't you speak up when your BM, when it wasn't a whole lot of views? Why you didn't? But it came to be a lot of views after the fact. But why you didn't speak up when your BM put it out there about the pit bull situation? Why you didn't speak up then? Why you didn't get permission from your elder to speak up then? Or when she said you was taking care of your wife and the kids in your house and not the kids that you had outside of the house? Why you didn't speak up then? or get permission from your elder then. And the whole, we had to hide from you that he was doing for his kids, or he always did for his kids. It's not given that y'all had to hide it from LaTrue for insecurity. It's given that y'all hid it because he wasn't doing enough. According to your video, BM, he wasn't doing enough because, like you said, that little 300 something every so often ain't enough for three kids. That was her words verbatim. It is given that they hid it from LaTrue because he wasn't doing enough, and she didn't want LaTrue to stop doing for her kids because he was doing too much. That's my
Yeah,
opinion,
I'm about to
based off of the
drop down,
facts.
Lil Pop. I'm gonna get
Okay,
some
I'm about to
rest.
soon jump up off of here too. Thank you for coming up, Miss
All right.
Lisa.
Nice talking to y'all. Love you,
Uh,
April. Love you. You know I
love you
You
love
too.
too,
you,
Love
honey.
you
man.
Thank you so
too.
much.
All right. Good night,
Hey,
baby.
me, us.
Okay.
Good night. Hey, me, us, my Louisiana sister. Yup, it's given that LaTrue was doing too much, y'all. Like, look at the facts, okay? So, she never told her husband. Oh, let me jump back a little bit and then tell me what y'all think in the chat. From day one, the very first time, I want to say it was within 2 weeks of her dating RH, she introduced those kids and they ran up and started calling him daddy, right? So that already speaks to the absence of their real father, period. Next thing you know, after the whole DV situation came out, it goes from, keep in mind that we seen the video of her going in on the first baby daddy saying the 300 that he would give when he could give it wasn't enough for three kids. She was also speaking to um a man not taking care of his kids that he have outside of the home like the ones he have in the home, right? She also spoke to that. So you put it all together and you think about her now saying, well, not now, but a few months ago, saying that they kept it from the truth because he was insecure and he didn't like the kids being involved with their real daddy or whatever. It's given that she was definitely pillow talking and telling the truth certain things about that man, and that's what left a bad taste in his mouth. Cause ain't no man just gonna be off the dome start disliking your baby daddy for no reason, period, unless you saying certain things to that man. But for it to go to that and for her to say, oh, they didn't, she kept that from LaTrue because of his insecurity. First of all, that was your husband and you was living with him, so it's very hard to believe that LaTrue saying the man wasn't around. Was y'all sneaking and letting him see the kids? I don't get it. Like, was it a secret relationship? But or are you just talking about financially? But like I said, it's given that she didn't want LaTrue to stop doing and playing the role that he was playing, and that's why if the first BD was giving her something, then that's why she kept that a secret, because she knew the
Right,
first BD wasn't on LaTruth's level financially and couldn't provide financially like she wanted him to, and that's why she kept it from LaTruth.
right. So you know what, Lupac?
What you
I
think, April?
saw her recent live that she did with her oldest son. And the older he gets, now I know you kind of touched on it a little bit. The older the son gets, I am like, who's that baby daddy? Because I am, it's like, unless I get it, like some kids will just pick up the mom's genes, but it's interesting the older he gets.
Honestly, I try to stay away from that because listen, the paternity of people cheering ain't my business. But I I get what y'all saying. But you know what? If they like it, I love it. At the end of the day, we could say we won't, but he claimed him as and I done seen a few people say that's why she don't put up a fuss when it comes to him because of certain situations like that. But you never know, that's not out there to actually speak on as factual, so I don't really touch on that. But it's definitely out there, it's definitely been floating around. But hey,
Yeah,
he
that's one we're
said
gonna stay
that's his
away
son,
from.
so It is what it is. But it's just crazy. Like how everything playing out is crazy. I just don't understand a lot of these narratives, especially if we're gonna go off of the facts, which is obvious that not everybody go off of facts when they make their judgments and uh perceptions on certain situations, and it's unfortunate, especially when somebody's character and reputation is on the line. Like, are they looking at popularity? Like, and I hate to keep going back to that whole big boss person that was in the chat saying, "Oh, they in Aruba and the truth trying to sell his Tesla." What does that mean, ma'am? Like, what does that mean? Who
Slow.
cares? Hello? He can't sell his Tesla. So when you trying to sell your vehicle, that automatically means that you doing bad? Because I sold a whole Mercedes Benz and got another vehicle. It like make it make sense. People sell vehicles. Maybe
People
he
say,
been having it for years. Maybe he just wants something else. Like, I don't get some of these people, like, their thought process. It's crazy to me. What does that have to do with anything? This man and took trips too. We didn't see him take trips on the internet also. This ain't no pissing contest like they say. At the end of
um,
the day, based off of what we see, both parties are doing well financially and just living. They both living their life. So I don't know why they use what the next person is doing as justification, or to co-sign certain things. I don't get that. Like I say, I base what I say off of facts and what I see and how I analyze logically and just what's put out there. That all that stuff is irrelevant to me. I just don't get how people be judging certain things. Like, why does that matter? It shows that I feel like when people say certain stuff like that, it speaks volumes, and that's why I always say I pay attention to what people say, but more so what they do. Because if your actions and your words don't align, it gives that you a liar to me. But it's also given that maybe you wasn't too popular in high school, and that's why you value popularity now, or I don't know.
I don't
I don't
know.
know. It just be crazy. I be really like, sometimes I be thinking too much into stuff, y'all. But that's just the way my brain works.
Right, but
Right, but
Luca,
look,
check this out. Okay, so she's from Rocky Mountain, is that right?
I think so. If I'm not
Okay, so
mistaken.
check this
Okay.
out.
So
I'm gonna be traveling with a client of mine this starting this Friday. And one of the people in the group that I'll be traveling with is from Rocky Mountain.
wow.
I am going
I
to
am going.
just ask, just because I can't help myself. I just want to know, do you know by chance this person?
They
I'm
might. I'm
curious.
curious. They
That it's a
might.
small area.
It's
It's
a
a
small
small
area. It's
area.
a small area. Miss White says Rocky Mount. What you say, Rocky Mountain?
Oh, is it
Oh, is
Rocky
it
Mount?
Rocky Mount? Yeah, they say it's Rocky
Okay,
Mountain.
yep,
Okay,
then
yep,
that's
then
it.
that's it.
That's it
They
then.
might,
That's
but I
it.
don't even think she. I don't think she was born there. If I'm not mistaken, I think she was. She lived there, maybe grew up there, and maybe it could also depend on the age difference too.
So this
If they don't
person
know
is
her, but
around her age.
well, she might know her. She
I'm
might,
just
especially
gonna just
since she's an
mention the name to see
influencer
if
now.
she know.
She might know, especially since they're influencer status or whatever. But
Hmm.
hey,
I just saw
child. I
that
just saw
today
that
when I
today
was
when I was.
on a conference call. So yeah.
Yep. Thank you. Wait, I'm saying thank you. I don't even know what's in it. Thank you, Miss Karen, for the cash app. Love you, girl. You know I love you, child. Thank you so much. Yep, but this, y'all, I'm gonna do a part two tomorrow. I'm about to get up off of here because it's 9:53. But to get ready for bed, put them kids. Well, not kids. My son's sleeping, but Ham's still up, of course. But we're gonna do a part two to this tomorrow, y'all. And I'm gonna keep the panel open. That way, if anybody wanna come up and speak on it, they can. And child, what I'm doing here is turning certain situations, because like I said, the saga is over. I don't even be wanting to kind of dig into as much as we dug into. I try to focus it. My focus was really supposed to be what the caption was. I don't like to dig into like every little detail, because I feel like a lot of stuff be irrelevant, but more so stuff that can affect people in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, can really affect people,
Yeah.
and things that can really give people insight to certain situations. That's what I'm trying to do, like with these topics or whatever. Is not to go back into the saga and just be talking about everything Breedem doing and all that. That's not the goal, y'all. I promise that's not the goal. That's not the plan, baby. Because people already, oh, y'all obsessed, and when it's gonna be over? And child, it been over. Go sit down. But like I said, we're gonna take certain topics, like just little things that happen within the saga, and build off of it. That's it. That's all. Like
Well,
something
yeah,
people learn
like
from.
tonight I talked about, you know, I gave my experience, right? And I provided the steps that I had to take to get myself on track. So it's basically just the things that have happened within the saga is absolutely relatable in the world to everybody. So, you can take some lessons from this saga and apply it to yourself on what not to do.
Facts. That's true. That is definitely true. A lot of people can learn from it, but they have to want to learn from it. That's the thing, because then you get people who just kind of like pushing it over and on some, just leave it alone, or why y'all still talking about this, and they not even paying attention. Like, we talking about real life situations, we having dialogue. It's not just about these people in general. It's about situations that can happen to anybody, and how you can learn from it, grow from it, and try to avoid certain situations.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but it is what it is. Thank you so much for joining me, though, April. One
Thank
thing
you
I
for
know is you
having me.
gonna
Thank you
catch
for
that
having me.
link, baby. If nobody else catch it, you gonna catch it. Shout out to
You
you.
know me. I love to talk.
Yep, I love it. I love it. And thank you guys for tuning in. Y'all know me. I don't do no long lives. I try to do, if it's long, it's gonna be about 2 hours. But we almost to the 2 hour mark. But I love you guys. Thank y'all for tuning in, baby. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I will be doing a members only live. What today is? I think I'm gonna do it Friday morning. So if you are not a member, make sure you grab that membership, because we're gonna really talk about some stuff in the members only. Those lives hit totally different than these. Trust me. You can ask any one of my members. Love you too, JB. Y'all have a blessed night. Stay safe in these YouTube streets, baby. Thank you again, April.
Thank you. Bye bye.
See you later.